Hey guys, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar here with something very different. You guys wanted to see the setup video, how I do my stuff, how it all looks for me. So here we go. Here is where the magic happens in my game room. So this is kind of like my man cave a little bit, but my wife, we watch TV in here together too. And just have some fun. So we'll take a seat. You guys can see what I see every day. 55-inch Vizio TV. It is high def, of course. 1080p. It is LCD. I wish I would have waited a little bit to get LED, but at the time I bought it, it was ridiculously expensive. Here's my computer. I got the dual monitor setup, which I like a lot. It helps me out with a ton of stuff. Now, we'll go ahead. We'll take a look inside the computer. So, I've got two video cards, which are hooked up through SLI. Basically links them together, helps out with the graphics, makes things look better. My processor, I have a Corsair H100 water cooling system. You see I've got it on full blast. There's my RAM, my memory sticks, if you want to call it that. It's basically interchangeable. Sabertooth P67 motherboard in that. It's like a year old, but it does the job. I like it. And there's my audio setup, which you probably can't see too well. I got Dexter and Gamefly to send back. And there's my work phone, Samsung Charge. Heck yes. All right, so I'll go ahead and show you just a little bit of stuff real quick, just since I'm in this view right now. And I know I'm recording this with my phone, so it doesn't look the best. Now, I record with an HD PVR, and this software comes with it. So when it opens up here, it detects the HD PVR, and that I've got my Xbox hooked up to it. So what's on my computer right here is on my TV also. Computer, TV. Makes sense. Now, really everything that happens to make this all possible is down here. I've got my Xbox. Of course, I'm just playing that as normal. And there's my HD PVR. What the HD PVR does is it takes a signal from the Xbox and it splits it so it goes up to the TV, and it also sends it out to the computer. There's my keys and some stuff I have to do for work. All right, so, and then there are some of my hats. Just the ones I've been grabbing on the go lately. I've got a lot more than that, so don't take anything from it. You can see it's 1:24 in the morning. This is about the time I'm usually starting to do this kind of stuff anyway. So, all right, what we're going to do here now is, since you guys see the setup for it, a lot of you guys wanted to know how the magic actually happens and how to, or what software to use, things like that. So I'll show you a little bit of what I use here on my computer for various things and just kind of walk you through making a video real quick, just so that way you guys have the idea on how I do it. A lot of other people do it differently. Here are all my apps, you know, my Microsoft Office, yada, yada, yada. Minecraft, Bandicam. Bandicam is what I use to record all the stuff from my computer. So Star Wars, Saturday and Sunday, Military Game Monday, Tank Busting Tuesday, all that comes to you through Bandicam. And also what you're seeing right now. Here's a cool app that, or a cool program that I have for 3D modeling. It's called Cinema 4D. You can see I'm making the Dunbar Snackbar logo right now. I've got it basically done, but the question is, what do I want to do with it here? This is how it looks right now. I may use it for a couple logos, like on YouTube or maybe my Twitter or something, but you can see it looks kind of nice, especially with the spotlight effect that I have going on. I'm pretty proud of this. I mean, this is what I did my first time sitting down with it. Made one for LTP Fear too. I like this one a lot because of the blue illumination. I like that. Anyway, so I'm also working on a couple other projects for some people. Lincoln Home Staging wanted me to make their icon for them, or their logo, so that's what I'm doing there. Pretty cool. All right, there's Star Wars. See that every weekend. Whole bunch of other things. Here's Military Game Monday that's coming up this Monday. Give you guys a sneak peek. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that to you guys. You have to wait till Monday to watch it. It's going to be awesome, though. Sound booth, After Effects, Photoshop, fireworks. I use all of these to kind of help me out with stuff. Sound booth is what I use to record, but I'll show that to you guys a little bit later. Here is Steam. This is what I do all my computer games with. You can see I've got a whole bunch loaded on here. And I'm doing Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer because it's free this weekend. You guys might enjoy playing that. You guys have to go download it through Steam. So before I kind of go into it here, I kind of wanted to show something off to you guys. Because if I start slacking on videos here for a little bit, I'm learning Unreal Development Kit. This program is absolutely awesome, especially for something I kind of want to start doing as a hobby besides commentaries. Now you can see it basically looks like just a normal 3D rendering program, but it's actually very different. If you guys know the Unreal game engine, that's what Gears of War 3, Mass Effect, a whole bunch of other games run off of, and this is the program that is used to create those and many other games. So I'm kind of getting the basics of it. This is just an example map that they made. So I'll go ahead, I'll move this stuff out towards the middle here. Now, this was kind of cool. I always thought that in the background it was just a straight image, but they actually have models of buildings back here. Of course, no ground because you're never going to see them. They just place it so when you're inside this little building, you'll be able to see it. So one of the things that's cool about this too is you can actually play the maps as you build them. So just kind of get an idea. Here we go. There are the vehicles that I moved out towards the middle. They are completely playable. Shoot around. I can open up this blade and break it on my car here. But like I said, completely playable. Now this is going to be cool because what I want to do is I want to make games for the iPad, and this is something that you can export to the iPad. So games like Infinity Blade were made through UDK. Hi. So I kind of want to make something like just some type of game. So I'm kind of working on stuff. That's kind of also why I got Cinema 4D to kind of help me out with this too. Booyah. And then you can do cutscenes and stuff like this too, of course. This is all the programming you need to make a video game. So you can even see it plays exactly like a shooter. Because like I said, this is the program that they use to make it. And you have all the tools you need. So anyway, let's kind of get to the commentary. So that's what you guys wanted to see, not necessarily what I may be doing in my spare time. Alright, so this is that same application I was showing you earlier. I'll enable preview. I usually have that off just so that way I know when I'm recording and when I'm not. Like if I look over at my computer and there's a big blank screen, then I know I'm recording in that moment. Alright, so we're going to play a game here. We're going to go with Battle Stations Pacific, the demo. I like this game quite a bit, but I don't know if there's a big demand for me to play this game. I might do it for a Military Game Monday or something like that in the future. Who knows? But anyway, whenever you get to this point, you play the game as normal. So what I mean is you're not looking at your computer, you're sitting down on your couch watching your TV. Because there's about a 1 or 2 second delay between what happens when you hit the button on your controller and it showing up on your computer. So let's say, for example, you're playing MLB. That's going to be ridiculous because after the computer throws the pitch, it will show up 1 to 2 seconds later on your computer. So you just play the game as normal. No big deal. Alright, so I'll just kind of go ahead and mess around with this here a little bit. And I'll go ahead and I'll actually play a full-on game of this, just a little skirmish mode. But of course, I'm not going to show it to you guys, me playing the full game, because this can take like 20, 30 minutes. I can't remember what the default setting is. But just keep in mind, all of this is being recorded on the computer at the same time that you are playing it. So, alright. Now, what I do once I get done, I find the file. I have it preloaded. Now, I use Windows Movie Maker, which is a free application that you guys can download. So, a lot of you who have Windows already have it. But anyway, here is the video that I just recorded. You can see a lot of that looks familiar. Alright, so I'm going to skip through it here. Now, it shows it pretty fast. And, of course, as you play a game, you kind of remember certain events of what happened. So, I kind of like this part here when I started out. So, I'll cut that, clear out the rest, and I'll just go through. Alright, I'm flying in the middle of my cruisers. Alright, so we'll just kind of go up to this point. Alright, so we cut that, and we just skip ahead through a whole bunch of other parts. So, with baseball and football, things like that, of course, you have to be a little bit more particular. With a game like this, and like Star Wars, my military games that I do, you can skip around quite a bit because there's a lot of stuff that happens that may not be entertaining. And this is probably one of the toughest parts, is finding out what would you guys want to see and what stuff is ridiculously boring. So I'm just going through. Alright, here's like my first engagement here. So we'll go ahead and get this set up. Anytime I show the main map, you guys probably don't want to see that, because there's a lot of information that unless you play the game means absolutely nothing. So it's like, alright, well, we're shooting stuff, so people would want to see that. Now this, of course, like for MLB, would be like, alright, well, here's a strikeout, here's a run, here's a hit. I just go through it and I find it. You know, I skip all of the ground ball outs, the fly ball outs, me batting and nothing interesting happens. Or like football, incomplete passes, just things like that. You just have to filter through it. So you can see it does get a little meticulous, especially when you kind of get to, all right, well, how much do I really want to show of something? Because I don't want to show like a 10-minute video and have like 6 minutes just be from one segment. When you're doing commentaries, you're basically telling a story. So this is what you're doing, is you're editing your story to find out what's exciting. All right, so it's like, well, right here, well, I got to find it, actually. And this is the tough part, too, just going back, try being like, all right, well, when did this actually start? Because you remember certain events. Ah, crap. So we'll go down, and I'll find where I got it. All right, so about right here, I bought a sub. So it's like, hey, cool, guys, you know what? I just got a submarine, and I'm still fighting the Japanese right now. So when I'm doing this too, I'm also thinking, all right, so what do I do to kind of bring this up? How do I mention it? What would be interesting to say about something like this? So I keep notes, of course, as I'm doing things, which since I'm not actually going to be posting this, I'm not going to write my notes. That's kind of where Microsoft Word comes in. I also use Notepad every once in a while too, but that's kind of more for computer programming and stuff like that if I just figure something out. All right, so, and then got to end it with something pretty sweet. So we'll go ahead and end it with this part right here. So you can see a lot that I cut out. I mean, it's about 50 minutes, 58 minutes. I cut it down to about 6. So this was a pretty great way to end this anyway. So I go back, I listen to it, try to make sure that the sound is right. Sometimes you can't do anything about it. Like if the PVR records it incorrectly, which happens every once in a while, you can't do anything. So dropping the torpedo on the cruiser, hit it right in the back of the fuel section, and that ends the game. So that's cool. That's how I like to end this kind of stuff. So it's things like that, you know, I just kind of think of as I'm kind of going through it. Now, here I go, add the effects in between. So you've got transitions. All right, so here's Sound Booth and what I use. Now, you guys remember I had that headset sitting on my computer. You probably couldn't see it too well. So I'll go ahead and hit record. Right now, I'm just saying a whole bunch of stuff. I'm actually recording this separately from what's going on here. So once I hit stop, you can see that everything shows up. And all right, so I'm going to be giving this a test go, just letting you guys know what it looks like, all that stuff. And yeah, so this is what it looks like when it's recorded. Cool, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and save this as an MP3 file because that's what Windows Movie Maker uses. If you use different applications, they'll accept different things. But now I've saved it here. I put my intro in there at the beginning also. So add music. I probably should have done at the current point. So test, since that's what I named it as. We'll put it in the video, and we'll hit play. Alright, so I'm going to be giving this a test go, just letting you guys know what it looks like, all that stuff. And yeah, so this is what it looks like when it's recorded. Alright, so you can tell the sound's a little bit out of balance. Probably the game is a little bit too loud, so I'll go through later on and I'll adjust the volume on it. But I'll go ahead, we'll save the movie. I always do recommend it for this project because it gives it to you in 1080p. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to show you with Military Game Monday. I don't want to necessarily wait for that to render because it'll take about 10 minutes or so. And if I can skip through that, that's fine. So here's my YouTube page. Whenever I log in, you can see pretty straightforward. Battleship apparently is coming out soon. There's actually a pretty funny Hungry Hippos picture. Anyway, you just hit upload, choose what file you want from your computer. So I'll just do Military Game Monday, which is why it's called MGM. and then it'll give you information here. Like I can change the title, so Military Game Monday is what I'm going to call it. I am not really uploading this. You can see at the top it gives you how long until the video is actually uploaded to YouTube, and then it has to process it. So sorry that this didn't go up the last couple weeks, but here we go with Military Game Monday. Tags. This is where you put in a whole bunch of stuff, so I'll just put in whatever. That's what keywords you put in. Now, claiming options, you may not see this because this is something for partners. Basically, this means what ads do you want to put in there. Ads are important for YouTube partners because that means you generate revenue off of it. And then go into my video manager here, and you can see Military Game Monday is processing, as is all my other videos. So 30 wins with 30 teams failed once. That's why it came out late, at like 9 o'clock at night. I had to redo it. This is also kind of helpful too. Putting thumbnails is also huge. That's another thing when you become a partner you have the ability to do. Because sometimes when you search for stuff, a video looks really bland. So you can see I've made the 30 wins for 30 teams. I've made all of the covers for them here. So we'll just go ahead and upload the one for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Save the changes. We'll go back to video manager here, but see, it takes a while to save. There we go. Now, I probably could have hit video manager just right there, but I went the long way out of habit. You can see that it automatically just shows up right there on my video manager list, but when I go ahead and check out my channel, you can see it's not showing up yet. Now, I don't know why it's saying Military Game Monday is the one that should be showing, but I'm going to go ahead and delete that here in a second, just because I'm not really going to upload it yet. It is not Monday. So we'll go ahead and click on it. Now, whenever I see it, it's the same thing as you guys do. Here's that advertisement that I was, put in there. Just for the claiming options, just put it at the beginning of the video. So like I said, that helps me generate revenue, things like that. That's something everybody wants to strive for, is to be a YouTube partner. Machinima helps you out quite a bit. So yeah, video loads as normal here, no biggie. Just kind of reading the comments. Hey you guys, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar here with MLB 2K12 and 30 wins with 30 teams. This time we are going to be playing. Shut that guy up. Alright, so I do go through and I read this every once in a while, so I can't type today. Just putting some input here on days. I don't get to read this as often as I'd like. When I do get a chance, I do very much like to post here, respond to what you guys have put on here. Now, the one right under this, do you guys really want me to do Minecraft videos? Maybe I could do like Minecraft Monday and then War Game Wednesday or something. I don't know. That would actually kind of sound a little bit better than Military Game Monday. But I don't know. I guess that'd be kind of cool to comment on. So that's really how it's all done. Of course, once it's finished and it's posted on YouTube, and then you guys can watch it. I've got it set up to where it tweets it out, things like that. So that is my setup. That's how I do stuff. You guys, of course, there's lots of different ways to do this. So you don't have to do the same setup that I do. So see, that's still rendering. Anyway, thanks for watching this, you guys. I really appreciate it. Glad I could finally get the setup video done for you and get that all taken care of. So any questions, feel free to send them my way. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. You guys are awesome. You really are. Hope this helps. As always, I hope you guys have a good one.